Now, if they're fixed, if they're fixed within that firmament, I mean, you say a little bit of both, but let's say for the ones that are fixed within that dome, I mean, the dome's not very high though, right? Or is it bigger than we could ever imagine it to be? Is that, because I mean, if it's so close, I mean, couldn't we just go to any star and just fly around it, or you know what I mean? Because if it's said that the sun is only, let's say, 2,000 to 3,000 miles away, like you mentioned, you know, and it's held within that dome. I mean, how big is this dome? You know.
Well, we'd have to look. Yeah, we can accurately say that this dome, this firmament, is a few thousand miles above our heads. It's not millions of miles and light years and all that crap. It's just a few thousand miles. So we don't know. 5, 6, 7. I don't know. We don't know. But this is the point. There are some bodies of light that we see that are beyond the firmament, and they would be what conventional science is calling galaxies. I personally, here is an opinion now. I don't deal in opinions, but this is an opinion. I personally feel that those galaxies, Andromeda and all of those galaxies we see, I believe that they are solar systems which are universes. They are material universes. So Andromeda is not a galaxy. It is just like our universe. It is a torus field. It has an accretion disk, and it has jets coming out through the center, northward and southward, and everything is like that. So we can't just write off all those lights and say, no, they're all in one enclosed system. I do believe we will have the technology and understanding and insights soon to realize that we are actually looking at some universes out there.
But it's important what you're saying there, because a lot of flat earthers in their mind view, they are the center of creation. The earth is the center of creation, and that's all there is. So it's very important what you said there. You go against the grain, if I can say that, because me too, I was pretty convinced that Earth was the center of creation, but you just opened some. Yeah, it's good to hear what you have to say. I like it.
Well, it's like this, brother. You're right. It's true. Earth is the center. It's geocentric, and it is the center of creation, because where you are and where I am, that's the center. You are the center, not the earth, not him. It's you. You are always in the center of creation. You are the centerpiece of creation. You are that glorious. That's how it works. And all the other entangled particles, the other individual separate beings which are not separate, they also are the center of creation. Everything is the center. You never go outside of the center. You never do. Wherever you go, you'll be the center. You bring it with you.
Now, when it goes to those planets, those wandering stars, if you want to call them by their real name, wandering stars, Mars, let's take Mars. I have a book on astrology here. It says Mars is the planet of physical energy. It governs your sex drive, your forcefulness, and your aggression. Mars is the planet that spurs you into action. Where do they take this? Like, how can you know what Mars is for, Neptune and all those? Like, you are an astrologer, so you can tell me now, how do they determine that? Like, what's your relation to mainstream astrology and what you're doing? Are you interpreting it the same way as they do? Or you have a different opinion on this, or a different way to give it to people?
There's only one way, brother. There is only one way. Astrology is a fixed, perfect science. Nothing is lacking. Nothing is deficient. It is perfect and true, and it is the astrologos, the word of God. I am an interpreter of this science. I have not changed anything in this science. I can't do, because I'm too dumb. And all I'm doing is teaching astrology as it should be taught. And I'm a tropical Western astrologer, and everything in astrology goes back to this, to energy. How? Let me show you. This is how astrology works. And why is Mars Well, first of all, just so I don't get distracted, because I've got a lot going on, let's do our typical little plane of inertia. Torus field. Okay, all energy goes like this.
Okay,
Four quadrants.
Yeah.
Sorry?
I kind of see what you're gonna say now, but go ahead. It's interesting.
Aries.
Depending on their position in the realm where we are, that's the energy they give, they radiate, I guess, or.
Yeah. Well, I'll get to that. I'm gonna explain why Mars was described in such a way. Here is Aries. See the M of Aries? Interesting, isn't it? Do you think the astrologers knew their stuff? Yeah, that's a Torus field. Aries. Taurus. Gemini. Cancer. Leo. Virgo. By the way, that's an MY, Virgo. Why? Because it's Mary, the Virgin.
Okay.
Libra. Scorpio. Sagittarius. Capricorn. Aquarius. Pisces. In the Taurus field, Aries will always be number 1. Taurus will always be number 2. See the T for Taurus? 2.
It's the same as 2.
Yeah. Tor, 2. It's binary because the letter T is the 20th letter in the English alphabet that reduces down to 2. B for bull. Wherever you see B, that's the number 2. By, both. So you've got binary bull and 2 Taurus. 2 is always here. There's only one place where doubling occurs, from 1 to infinity, and that's at the number 2. So the jump from 1 to 2 is doubling. That will never repeat again. That's why these are the most powerful signs of the Taurus field. And they define the Taurus field. Look at their glyphs, look at their symbols. Pay attention. So you've got the 1, Aries, I am, oneness. The 2, Aries, bull, I have. To be, to have. You are a soul, you have a soul. You see? Look at the word Bible. To the Old Testament and the New Testament. Bible. Well, that's what the Taurus is. See?
Yeah, and the two main verb is to be and to have.
Yes, exactly. They are the auxiliary verbs.
Yeah, in French too, and everywhere in language, I think.
Yeah. Avoir.
Avoir et être. Yeah.
Avoir et être. So, j'ai, I have. Je suis, I am. So, being and having, the 2 auxiliary verbs, they're right there. Okay? Now, pay attention. The Taurus bull. Turbulence. Torrubble. Do you think that's trouble? Double trouble. Terrible. Taurus, bull. Turbulence, terrible, trouble, double trouble. Bible. Hang on a minute. I've got a few words here. Let's see what else we can come up with.
I'll be right back. I'll run to the bathroom.
Bubble.
Yeah, we live in the bubble. We can see the trouble.
Bubble, Bible, Babel. This is all Babel, isn't it? Babylon. Babel is the bull. Everything is the bull. Krishna has his bulls. Moses and Aaron have their golden bulls. The bull is always the symbol of sacrifice in the scriptures. Why? Because when the sun goes through here on the 21st of April to the 21st of May, it's killing the bull. Like Mithras is killing the bull. Abraham is killing the ram. Hercules is killing the lion. Someone else is killing the horse. Another one's sacrificing the sacrificial goat. So what we have here is we have everything is going on here. Here's Jesus as the good shepherd. Here is Jesus as the rock. Here is Jesus as the twin. Here he is the unicorn, the scarab. All the church fathers called Jesus a scarab. I wonder why. Because it's the sun in Cancer. Here's Jesus as the lion of the tribe of Judah. Judah, July, June, July, Leo of the tribe of Judah. Here's Jesus as the bread. I am the bread of life. Virgo, the bread season. Bread season? Well, would that be... Remember Rhea? Rhea. Virgo is cereals. Rhea. Bread. Rhea. Cream. Rhea. Because why? Because she's great. Rhea. Virgo. Here is Jesus in Libra as the just one, the one who judges. Here is Jesus as the wise one, as serpents, to be wise as serpents, as cautious as doves. Here is Jesus riding on a white horse, the equine. Here is Jesus as the sacrificial goat. Here is Jesus as the Son of Man. Here is Jesus as the fisherman of men. Here's the most holy prayer ever uttered. Okay. Our Father who art in heaven, let your name be sanctified. I am. Remember what the burning bush said to Moses? What's your name? So that I can go to Pharaoh in Egypt and tell him who you are. He said, I am that I am. So our Father who art in heaven, heaven, head heaved up, same words. Let your name be sanctified. Your kingdom come. Your will be done. On earth as it is in heaven. Give us our daily bread. Forgive us our trespasses. You see the judgment of the scales of Libra? Forgive us our trespasses. Deliver us from the wicked one. Scorpio, temptation. And I forget the last. Our Father Heaven.
Notre Père qui es aux cieux, que ton nom soit sanctifié, que ton règne vienne.
Okay, sorry.
I used to say that. Go ahead.
Yeah, let's start again, guys. This is very important.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start again. Deliver us from, tempt us not, because Scorpio is about temptation. I want. That's the motto of Scorpio. And then this one is deliver us from the wicked one. Let's start that again. Our Father who art in heaven, let your name be sanctified. I am. Let your kingdom come. I have. Taurus is the kingdom, the earth, the stability, earthy things, kingdoms. Thy will be done. Mercury, the ruler of Gemini, is the one who tells us the will of God. On earth as it is in heaven. The moon is the ruler of Cancer. The sun is the ruler of Leo. Earth, heaven. Let your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us our daily bread. Forgive us our trespasses. Lead us not into temptation. Deliver us from the wicked one. For you are the power and the might forever and ever. It's all here. Everything is in the Torus field. This is the Bible. This is the Babel, the bubbles. Because the bull is always double, because it's the number 2 by virtue of the letter T and the letter B. It's a Bible. Okay, and so why do we say Mars? Why do we say Mars is, well, you've got to know what the planets are. Okay, so let's start with Saturn. Have we got much time?
Yeah. I have all the time for you, Santos. No problem. Listen, the people that are making this world worse are not taking days off, so I won't. No days off. No, never retreat, never surrender.
Never retreat. We will never surrender.
Nope.
Pink Floyd.
That's it.
Okay, so, Saturn is Chronos, or old man time. I do that quite often, don't I? Tempo, temperature. So you've got Chronos, chronology, time, tempo, temperature.
Temporal.
Yes. What about this one? Temple. All temples go to Saturn, Satan, because he's the ruler of this world. This guy's the ruler. He's the first heaven. As our souls descend down to earth, down the Kabbalistic tree from ether, Kether, to Malkuth, earth, from ether to earther. There it is, ether to earther. We go down, Saturn's at the top, Earth's at the bottom. You got Saturn up here, then you got Jupiter, then you got Mars, Venus, all the way down the Kabbalistic tree. So what you've got now is you've got, this guy is earthy. Do you want to know in Japanese how you do the symbol for Saturn, the kanji? It's like this. No, hang on. It's like this. That's Earth and Saturn. Do. Look at the word for Saturn. Do. Dose. And Saturday is Doyobi. Doyobi. So Do is time, T, time, Earth. In astrology, this is how you do Saturn. So rather than having the Japanese kanji like that, you just do a curve around here and you make a sickle, the scythe of the Grim Reaper. But it's the same thing. It's the same kanji. I can show you I can show you a whole bunch of Japanese words that actually syncretize with Hebrew words, Greek words. Here's one. Sorry. Daberu means to talk in Japanese. Daber in Hebrew means to talk. Daberu, daber. Are you kidding me? What is daber? Well, it's dabra. Abracadabra, dabre. This is why Deborah, what does Deborah mean? Deborah, I forget how to spell Deborah. Let's spell it like that or like this. Deborah. I don't know. There's many versions, but that's what it is, to speak. What does Deborah mean? Prophetess. Remember in the Bible, Deborah was the prophetess because Deborah is dabra, daber, to speak. Dabra cadabra. In Italian, lips are called labbra. Labbra cadabra. Deborah, cadabra, abracadabra, open sesame. It's speaking, it's opening, you see? So when you look at Saturn, you must look at this powerful earthy archetype. Jupiter is air. He is air, expansive. So he is beneficent, he's kind, he is hot and moist. Saturn is cold and dry. Hot and moist. Mars is hot and dry.
So
cold and dry.
Hot is energy. So this
Yes.
is where they get it from. No?
Yeah. So this is the male active principle. So what you read before about Mars is correct. He is action, martial, the aggressive, burning, fiery nature of Mars. The sun is life-giving, vitality. What does that mean? Vita.
Live?
Life.
Or
La
life, I
vita.
should say,
La
same
bella vita. Vitality. Vital. Love. Love, beauty, wisdom, and virtue comes from Venus. Mercury, communication, intellect. Moon, intuition, sensitivities, emotions. So that's how you know. You need to know these archetypes. You need to know their energies. They are like people in our lives. Some people in our lives dampen our spirit. Some of them make us happy.
Yeah.
So we hang out with the ones that we have a good effect with, because everyone is ruled by one of these. My ruler is this guy. Jupiter's my ruler, the ruler of my birth chart. And then Mars, and then Mercury. And you can see it in my nature. If you can't see Jupiter, jovial Jupiter in my nature, you ain't looking. If you can't see Mars and Mercury, you're not looking. Mercury is Hermes, Buddha, Thoth. Mercury, the communicator of the gods. What am I doing? I'm communicating God science. So those are my three ruling planets.
What else is connected with
Sorry?
Venus? What else is connected with Venus? I'm just curious. Just because that's in Libra, right? Is Venus' ruler?
Virtues, good things, beneficent. Hang on.
It would be interesting next show to do a birth chart, maybe my birth chart live here on the show, and he can Santos. It would be interesting maybe next show to do my birth chart live, so we can explain it at the same time, and because it's very interesting.
Yes, let's do that.
Yeah,
Okay,
the next show we'll do that. We'll start with that. We'll start with that. See if we can ask you other questions, but we'll start with that.
For sure. That will be my pleasure.
Yeah.
And you're going to learn things about yourself that you never knew by looking at your chart, because you're going to be looking at your circuitry, your electrical circuitry of your material body. But you will also be looking at your spiritual magnetic circuitry. So you'll be looking at your intellect, your soul, your emotions. You'll see how everything is configured in your chart. It's the only way. Well, it's not the only way, it's the best way.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
we'll do that.
Yeah,
For sure.
I know how to pull it up on the internet. I just don't really know how to read it. Based off of all what you just showed there, Venus, Mercury, all that.
Yeah.
Well, I can show you in a quick lesson how to more or less roughly read your chart in 2 hours. So why don't we do that next time?
Yeah.
we will do how to read the chart. Simple.
Yeah. We'll start with that next week, and then I have a whole bunch of other questions to ask you, but I don't want to hold you for 3-4 hours consecutively. So we'll do that another Saturday night. It's Saturday Night Live with Santos Bonacci on the Tru-Mon Show.
Funny.
Except Jim Carrey's not here, but
That's it. So, man, thank you very much, Santos, again. Wow, my heart is pounding with so much information. I'm going to have to rewatch it again, but I do that all the time because it's so much teaching, so much precious divine information that I'm sure everybody really appreciates in the chat. I saw the comment, the whole show, and people are really, really appreciative of your presence here and everything. They're really appreciative of the information, and after that, we take this and we make sense of it, and that's how we're gonna come together, and making it work. That's what it is. It doesn't mean that I agree with everything, but I make sense of it. I take it, I make sense of it, and I create my own reality with all this stuff. I get all the teaching from everybody, and I create my own reality, my own world. That's what I'm here for, creating my own world. Big up, Santos. Big up, enough respect, and we see you again next week.
Lovely. Au revoir.
Hey, cheers, Santos.
Yeah.